you that everyone was telling you that?
Not rattling, it's just like annoying when people are like, oh, you're gonna win, dude, you're gonna win, you're gonna win, you're gonna win. And you're just like, hey, I just want to go surf, that's all I want to do.
say that it's good for you, babe. You say that it's good for you, babe. You say that it's good for you, babe. You say that it's good for you, babe. Then it's good for me too. 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 You know they're coming for you, straight across the sea. The warships carry the news, gonna bring you to your knees. Every block that you build upon, every stone that you carved around, the walls that you're living in, you know they're coming straight down. You say that it's good for you, babe. Say that it's good for you, babe. You say that it's good for you, babe. You say that it's good for you, babe. Then it's good for me too. 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 Then it's good for me Then it's hard for me to
Chad and Toy in the back with J Dog Dizzle. We got two lovely women from the CT, Mother City, Cape Town, Little Jarvis and Shirley Bell. The next thing we got Australian legends and absolutely the finest and dinest, Jacob Wooden and Jared House.
I'm sure she's waiting out for me.
That's why I've got soldier for life tatted right across my chest. Soldier for life, I'm a soldier to death. That's why I've got soldier for life tatted right across my chest. Soldier for life, I'm a soldier to death. That's why I've got soldier for life tatted right across my chest.
We've journeyed across the world, following talents from art, skateboarding, Formula One and music as they attempt to realise a series of radical projects. In London, Rune Cliffberg and Jerry Judah laid out plans for the world's first skatable sculpture. They met stencil artist M City at the Burnyard site in Budapest. In Barcelona, stencil artist M City brought graffiti off the streets and into the Formula One paddock, meeting driving legend Kimi Räikkönen. And at Enstone, Avicii had an inspirational Formula One encounter of his own. It's all been leading up to a single make or break moment, the Burnyard event in Budapest. After months of preparation, Burnyard is finally taking shape. Jerry's 14-ton sculpture is almost built. M City has completed his mural and the Barcelona art car has arrived. But Rune hasn't seen the sculpture yet. They're not sure it's going to work. The riders have come down for a trial run before this evening's live skate demo.
We made our way down here to the site, checked out the sculpture. Burns definitely got something going here, and it's going to be one of the best events ever. art to skateboarding to music, and everything's gonna kind of get presented into one like rad sort of sequence of events that'll be mind-blowing.
I mean, we had to be very careful how we did this because it's got to work. I couldn't create the curves I just fancied doing. They had to be the right curves. It was a bit frightening at first because I've never really worked with a skateboarder. He's got to be able to skate on it, and if he doesn't, it's not going to work.
I mean, look at it. It's like 12 meters tall. It's massive. It's bigger than anything that I've ever seen, and quite frankly, it's bigger than what I'd imagined that we were doing here. It's not a skate ramp. This is a sculpture. First of all, there's no flat. There's nothing about it is flat. The whole thing curves. Skateboarding's dangerous. Yeah, of course it's dangerous to do tricks up there. I mean, this whole thing is dangerous. I mean, it's about 5 feet off the ground, you know? It's kind of difficult to skate. It's not easy. When you're up there and you're running around on it or skating around on it, the thing is moving. It's not a solid piece, you know? It doesn't have any bracing from behind. The whole thing rests on just the pivotal point, the center of it, and the whole rest of it is just freestanding. There's nothing holding it up.
While Rune and the riders get to terms with the sculpture, M-City and the rest of the street artists make their finishing touches to the venue. Their murals have transformed the derelict site into a vibrant new event space.
On the back it's my work. I painted 6 days with another artist, Desmond. He painted graffiti over train, and I painted street rows. My idea was to paint the Formula 1 car upside down because it's a little bit like a plane. So I had the story that it's possible to go upside down, but nobody do it because it's too dangerous, but it's possible.
Burnyard looks the part and people have started to arrive. But what will they make of the sculpture? And are they ready for Avicii's Lotus Formula 1 team-inspired track?
I'm excited to see how it looks. I've heard my whole crew has been here all day and they said it looks amazing. It's like a very different venue.
Lots of people, everybody's so nice, so we have a great time.
Kimmy arrives to wish Rune and the Burn Riders luck.
Hi, nice to meet you. Maybe I get an early holiday. It's a nice place, huh?
Yeah, it's cool, yeah.
Perfect.
Cheers. Thanks.
It's time for Rune and the riders to prove their skills. There's no room for error in front of the expectant crowd. Rune and Jerry's experiment has paid off. Meanwhile, residency DJs Yamato and Fireflowers are warming up for Avicii. His headline venues worldwide, but tonight's show is different. It's the first time his fans will hear Speed, Avicii's bold Lotus Formula 1 team-inspired track.
I heard the track of Avicii just on the way here. It's something different, and I think it's nice for Lotus and for Burn and everybody together to make it slightly different than normal F1 stuff.
Well, for the last few months I've been working on a track together with the Lotus Formula 1 team and Burn. It's called Speed. I finished it a couple of weeks ago, and tonight is the first night I'll play it. So hopefully it will go well, we'll see.
What began as a daring experiment has reached its dramatic finale. We've brought unlikely sources together, skateboarding and sculpture, and Formula 1 with street art and electronic dance music, to reshape the boundaries of creativity. We've challenged our collective to try new ways of thinking, to be innovative. Now it's your turn. Avicii is on a mission to turn the essence of Formula One into a single piece of music. It's a journey that will take him to new places in search of inspiration to discover a different way of working. He begins in Enstone, home of the Lotus Formula One team, before heading to Ibiza as mentor of the Bern residency program.
When I start a new track, I usually try to come up with the melody or what I want the track to be about, what the concept of the track is. Either a hook or a melody hook or a drum hook, or like what's the purpose of this track? Or go into places to try to find inspiration for like a new track is definitely something unique, and I haven't really done that before.
To get to the heart of Formula One, Avicii travels to England for an exclusive tour of the Lotus factory at Enstone. At the factory, Luca Mazzocco shows Avicii some of the technology behind Formula One racing, one of the most dangerous and exciting sports in the world.
So this is drawing of the wind tunnel, and as you can see, it's like a huge metallic donut. On one side you have the turbine, and on the other side you have the car positioned on a rolling road. Essentially the car is not moving, the wind is blowing onto the car, and under the car the road is also moving.
The touring part of it, and kind of going to all of these different places in the world and standing in front of thousands of fans, it's amazing, it's addicting, it's it's one of the most amazing feelings in the world. Because it's all gone so quick, like I haven't been able to slow down and think about what's happened. It's not so much off time right now, no. But it's okay, it's my passion, it's what I love doing, and I don't consider it work. I still have the same group of friends that I had before I started producing or doing anything, and I believe I'm gonna have the same friends for my whole life. Okay, so I just got some of the sounds we recorded at the Lotus factory, trying to find something that I can use. Let's use that as a sweep. Okay, so I have an idea how I can integrate it. I already have the full idea of where I want the track to go. I want it to end up there. So I want it to go from here to this. But even more dirty than that. So I want it to be like... Whatever is the most important thing of the track, I try to have every other element in the track support that. So tomorrow we're going to Ibiza. We'll be going into the studio together with 18 different finalists. I think I'm picking one person to come with me to the Bern yard.
Avicii is flying to Ibiza. He has been invited as a mentor of Bern residency to hold a workshop to this year's 18 finalists. They are competing to win 3 placements at some of the island's top clubs. They are totally unaware that 2 of them will be selected by Avicii himself to warm up for him at Bern Yard in Budapest.
If you really want to make it, you have to kind of devote your life to it. There's so much hard work behind the scenes, and I don't think anyone who's made it's very, very rarely due to just luck.
So guys, we have actually a big surprise for some of you. Avicii is going to be performing at the Boneyard event in Budapest. It's a special event
Bern is doing during the F1 weekend, and 2 of you guys are going to be playing with him, warming up. The winners for this are Fly Flowers from Italy, Yamato.
Fireflowers and Yamato will join Avicii at Barnyard Budapest, where we'll reunite with Rune and Jerry, Kimmy and M City to see all the collaborations collide in a singular awe-inspiring event. All this and more in the next episode.
And then the other side. Ready to go. I can't hear anything. Nice helmet, man. This a British car? No, Toyota. Thanks, man. A pleasure. No problem.
Un genio.
The first creative collision is underway. In London, Rune and Jerry made plans for their skatable sculpture, taking Rune's years of professional skating into account. They then went out to Budapest to see if their sketches would suit the mammoth Burnyard space.
Wow. Coming down here to Budapest, check out the space and meeting up with M-City and just kind of getting everyone together.
Now we're on the road with M-City, whose murals have transformed landscapes across the globe. His handcrafted stencils will form the backdrop of Burnyard, the very first creative collision between Formula One and graffiti in Barcelona.
My name is Mariusz Varas. My street name is M-City. I live in Gdańsk. It's a city in Poland on the north, on the Baltic coast, and it's my favorite place.
While Rune and Jerry rework their designs for the Burnyard site, M-City arrives to test out some ideas of his own.
So what we're thinking of doing is creating a sculpture, almost like a loop. Rune will skate around as high as we can get it.
I know he's mainly known for his stencil art, and he's amazing.
Street art is something that I love very much, but I've not really seen in action because it's always there when I pass it.
When I was a child, I always painted something on the walls, on the tables, everywhere. This place, it's one of the amazing places when I've been. This is huge, it's massive. It's like Disneyland for the guys like me. If you want to do something, you can do it.
M-City heads to Barcelona, where Kimi and the Lotus Formula One team are preparing for the Spanish Grand Prix. Tonight, a mini Burnyard event is being staged in the city's former shipyard district, where Formula One fans and art lovers will gather to watch M-City work his magic on a Lotus Formula One team car.
I'm very excited to paint that kind of car. I never painted Formula One cars, so it's something new for me.
Before M-City gets to work on the car, he meets up with local artist Inyoko, who'll be painting with him. They visit Inyoko's favourite paint shop to stock up on supplies.
4 blacks. Give me 2 of this. This is for the lips. It's a lipstick.
MCity and Nyoko start on the car, applying the base layer before MCity overlays his stencils. The designs have been inspired by the mechanics of the car itself.
I'm very happy to paint Formula 1 car. I think it's a good connection between art and music and Formula 1. I'm really excited that the Lotus team and Kimi arrived to paint something together.
The finished car will eventually make its way to Bernhard in Budapest, where Kimi and the Lotus Formula 1 team will meet the rest of the Bern collective. Moments before Mini Bernhard opens to the public, MCity meets Kimi and reveals his Formula 1 creation. The Iceman adds the final touch.
I mean, everybody has to be very creative in Formula 1 because obviously you have to design new things and try to stay ahead of everybody else and other teams. So you have a lot of smart people coming up with the new stuff, and it's always exciting.
As the sun sets over Barcelona, it's time to leave the bustling Mini Bernhard event now in full swing. There'll be plenty more of MCity and Kimi at the main event in Budapest. Next time, we put Avicii's skills to the test to see if he can turn the adrenaline of Formula 1 racing into a thrilling dance track. Is he up for the challenge?
Dakar es una carrera muy especial, es un reto que es una vez al año, es anual. Si por lo que sea no puedes hacerlo o te retiras, sabes que tienes que esperar un año para volver a intentarlo. Cuando decidí retirarme del Mundial de rallies, conocí el Dakar, me gustó. El reto de ganarlo, ser el primer español en ganarlo en coches, era un reto bonito, lo conseguí. Y la verdad es que ahora es un reto que me sigue gustando, que sigo disfrutando, que una vez al año creo que es sano. En primer lugar, ASO como organizadores y en segundo lugar todos los participantes del rally. Creo que hemos tenido mucha suerte en encontrar un continente como Sudamérica. En primer lugar, que tengan las condiciones y características para poder organizar una prueba muy similar. Y en segundo lugar, dar las gracias también a Sudamérica por la gran acogida que siempre ha tenido, tanto Argentina, Chile, Perú, Bolivia, todos los sudamericanos para el Rally Dakar, ¿no? Es una suerte para todos los que estamos de alguna manera involucrados en el rally, no solo para la organización.
That's why I've got soldier for life tatted right across my chest. Soldier for life, I'm a soldier to death. That's why I've got soldier for life tatted right across my chest. Soldier for life, I'm a soldier to death. That's why I've got soldier for life tatted right across my chest.
Art and skateboarding have always coexisted, but they are about to meet head-on. In London, renowned conceptual artist Jerry Judah has been challenged to design one of the world's biggest skatable sculptures. And what better collaborator than skate park legend Rune Glifberg?
My name is Rune Glifberg. I'm from Copenhagen, Denmark, professional skateboarder. I think the best part is the actual moving of the body and how it feels when you do it. You can do a trick, and usually it's the most simple ones, and they just feel great when you do it.
My name is Jerry Judah. I work predominantly in installations. That is to say, everything I design is big. I've been asked by Bern to come up with a concept sculpture which Rune can skate.
I don't think anyone's ever really made like anything as big as what we're trying to create here. Like a massive sculpture and combine it with skateboarding. It's a pretty unique thing. Hello. Hi there, sir. Hi, Jerry. How are you? This is where you hang out?
Yep, this is where it all happened.
Yeah. So it smells very familiar. It's funny, I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh.
I think that's probably why I love coming to work. I think I'm a glue sniffer.
I'm just here to give Jerry ideas on how to incorporate skateboarding into his sculpture. This is a park up in Oregon. So it kind of has that oververt feel to it.
No, but that's cool though. So then it comes down and then it levels up, doesn't it?
So that the vert ends here,
yeah,
and then it just carries on.
I'm very excited about working with Rune in this project because I think what he does is fantastic, and two of us together coming up with something that reflects both our energies.
Rune and Jerry quickly start brainstorming ideas. Jerry has created daring sculptures before, but this is his first taste of the skateboarding world.
I had one idea where I was trying to create a mark, so you can have banks of lights over there, but I don't think that's enough for you just to do that. You need a more bold sculpture, but I do like this.
This could be really interesting too.
I'd like it to be something very pure, very simplistic, but very powerful.
To get a better grasp of what Jerry is up against, Rune takes him to a local skate park. It's a chance for Jerry to visualise some of their ideas and for Rune to show the locals a thing or two.
Yeah, the cradle over here is basically what we talked about, building our coping with our opening in it.
So that's your shelf basically, and then everything goes around. Yeah. Well, Rune, show me what you got.
All right. Obviously, I'm really curious about what Jerry's going to come up with, not only because I want to skate it from our talk today. It seems like we're going to make something that's going to be truly incredible.
Jerry and Rune take their designs to Budapest to soak up inspiration from the Burnyard site itself. The venue has been kept top secret and they have no idea what to expect.
I'm looking forward to meeting Rune, to our collaboration, looking forward to seeing the site, Burnyard, where I can get some inspiration. Well, let's see where it goes from here.
It's a brilliant building for this.
Looks fabulous.
Yeah, it looks like you can pretty much do whatever you want in there.
Wow.
Massive space.
Wow, it's a cathedral.
Doing something in here to fill this kind of space, it needs to be something monumental.
It's extraordinary in its construction. I love it. I'm absolutely in love with it.
Will Jerry's sculpture stand up to the extraordinary Burnyard space? And will Rune be able to skate it? Tune in next time to watch the sculpture come to life and find out how stencil artist M City plans to restore the venue one spray can at a time.
Hi, this is Ken Block. Welcome to Madrid, Spain for the final event of the Gymkhana Grid European Gauntlet.
Gymkhana to me is Ken Block. He created it, we started watching it on the videos that he puts out.
Gymkhana for me started off as a grassroots way to get more experience. Rally is so expensive, and I wanted another way to actually drive in those types of cars, but get some tarmac experience and do it in a cheaper way. But once I'd build, a specialty car for that series, the guy organizing that series in Southern California quit doing them, so I had this amazing car and nowhere to go race it. So that's why I ended up doing the first Gymkhana video.
These sports offer something very untraditional to do with your car. It offers a relatively easy entry point for people to just have some fun and go out and do things with their cars where they don't need millions of dollars.
I really enjoy the competition side of things. So in 2010, we started our own Gymkhana series called Gymkhana Grid.
I've walked around the paddock and checked out, there's obviously some really legit rallycross and rally drivers. Nani Roma from Dakar is here. There's actually a girl from Hungary who's just absolutely amazing.
I will be competing not only with 3 other top supercars today, but Vaughn Gittin is here to also compete with all the rear-wheel drive cars, and we're going to have demos from people like Butsy and Bagsy and this fine gentleman behind me, Terry Grant. It's going to be a very good time.
Nani Roma was pretty cool out on his first lap.
I enjoy a lot. It's a new experience and I like it.
But it's pretty cool to see him adapt his first time out.
All right, well, we just wrapped up the end of Gymkhana Grid, the European Gauntlet. Not only did I have fun competing, but it's fun to watch all these guys compete too. And girl, very important that a girl got second in rear-wheel drive. That's amazing. So stoked to see that. Want to see more girls out here. So I ended up second in the supercars, and Nani Roma got first, which is very, very good. Congratulations again, Nani. Great to see a local hero get that first place.
For me, it's amazing. Believe me, I don't expect this, but it's really great. I enjoy it.
Thanks again, everybody, for coming out. It was a great time. and I hope to be back next year.
you.